What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all you're having a wonderful day today. Yes, I'm in a new setting today. I'm actually in New Hampshire right now, having a weekend getaway. The hotel is pretty nice. I'm feeling the hotel. I'm definitely gonna be hitting up the pool in a few. Right actually after I finish this video, I'm gonna be heading to the pool. Um, this is one of those things I love doing, with my friends and stuff, just getting away for like a weekend and all that, having a good time, man. You got to unwind. So I advise all of you, when you get some free time, do something to unwind, because I'm having a ball out here. It's beautiful. Like New Hampshire is very beautiful. Um, so getting into this episode of GH, I enjoyed this episode. I am so feeling Dex right now. I like this character. I haven't seen much of him, but the few minutes that I'm seeing of him, I think he has potential to be a pretty good, character in the show. I hope he's not one of those double agents. Hopefully, he's not working for one of Sonny's enemies. I'm hoping not, because I really like the look of him. I feel like he can definitely be Sonny's number two. Um, I think it would be interesting if Dex and Brando started working for Sonny. I think that would be very intriguing. Um, Sonny is definitely so far impressed. He's impressed with Dex so far. Um, it was so funny because when Dex popped up at Sonny's office, he showed up with a resume. Sonny said, ksh, ksh. He said, I don't do resumes. Like, Sonny, you did not have to tear up that boy resume. I know it took him a minute to print that out. You did not have to tear that. I'm just saying. Don't be over here wasting paper. Um, Sonny is not that type of employer. He said, listen, we don't do taxes and all that over here. Okay? We don't do paperwork over here. Um, but yeah, I like him. I definitely feel like Dex is gonna fit in the Corinthos organization. I think Sonny sees potential in him also. I think Sonny sees something in him, especially with the way he was looking at him when Brando showed up. When Brando was asking him about the robbers, I think Sonny sees something in him. So I'm definitely interested. I'm interested in finding out more about Dex. Like, who's his people? Where does he originate from? I can't wait to see that character be fleshed out and we find out more. Um, I like the chemistry that he has with Maurice Bernard. So I'm definitely feeling it. I don't know how you all took him, but hopefully you all like him too, because I like him. But everybody has their different opinions on new characters. For me, right now, I think he's cool. Um, so moving on from that, speaking of Brando, Sonny was giving him some advice, to pay attention to any warning signs with Sasha and stuff like that. In my opinion, she's already shown warning signs. In my honest opinion, because when they were um, out of town on that little getaway or whatever, she was, acting a little off, and Brando, I guess, wasn't picking up on it, or maybe he was, but he ignored it. Plus, she was eager to get married all of a sudden. Like, it came out of left field. So, to me, those were warning signs that he did not pick up on. So, I feel like Brando definitely needs to pay more attention to Sasha. I feel bad for her because it's like her situation goes from bad to worse every time she tries to do something good. Like, she's going through withdrawals right now. Like, her hand was literally shaking. Um, and that damn photographer came in there while she was looking in her bag and stuff, possibly for some pills or whatever. Here go that photographer coming in there, trying to offer her more pills. Talking about, oh, I gotta connect. I could, I know people. I can help you out. I'm like, dude, get your ass out of there. Somebody need to beat him. Somebody need to whoop his ass. Like, why would you know that that girl is an addict? Like, clearly you know this. Why would you offer her this? Why would you? I hope Brando catches on to this man and beat that ass. Cause I'm like, this dude is just shady as all get out. Like, you offering this girl something? And now she's sitting there telling Gladys, oh, you need to give him back the memory card because he could be, an ally or whatever. He could do favors. The only favor you thinking about is getting high. That's the only favor he's offering. She think that he won't print those pictures or whatever. Yeah, that's a lie, because people like that, they're scum. Um, Gladys claims that she's holding on to him because she wants to protect Sasha or whatever. I hope so. You know me, I'm still on the fence on Gladys. I hope that she's trying to protect Sasha, but I don't trust Gladys Completely, I don't trust her. I hope she's gonna do the right thing by Sasha, but I don't trust it because we all know Gladys is about this, all about that mighty dollar. I'm glad somebody from Deception actually seen those photos because when Valentine popped up, he took it, stuck it into the laptop or whatever, and I'm glad that he looked at them because he was like, "This could be bad for business if these were to get published because then the wrong narrative could get put out there." You know what I'm saying? He's an investor in Deception and stuff like that, and this could be bad for him. It could be bad for the company. So of course he's worried about that. Um, and I don't blame Valentine. Somebody got to, as a businessman, I'll be thinking the same thing. Somebody got to be looking out for the interests of not only the company, but I believe he's worried about Sasha as well. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to do something. They got to get that girl into some treatment. She's going to need it. She's spiraling out of control. And it sucks because Brando's not seeing it. Or maybe, like I said, maybe he is seeing it, or maybe he's just electing to ignore it. But he needs to, take action on this, whether she likes it or not. Because if she continues on the way that she's going, it's going to keep going from bad to worse. And it can't get any worse than this. Well, it can, but she don't want it to get there. That's the last thing she going to need. So anyway, moving on from that, Nina is pretty much ready for war at this point. And I loved how Scott was just sitting there at the nail salon getting his nails, getting the mani and the pedi. Scott said, "Listen, Obrecht like nails." He said Obrecht's she like nice nails, and so do the judge. You can't take Scott nowhere. Scott don't give a damn at this point. He like, "Listen, I'm a skilled lawyer. I got this." He said, "I'm not worried about your case. I got this." Because Nina is all in a huff because she feel like she's previewed the article that Smokes is going to put out about her. And she feels like Scott need to do something. He should be working on her case. Scott was like, "Listen, I got this. I ain't worried about this." So Diane come up in there or whatever, and Diane was unfazed by Scott talking about, oh, he's gonna trash Harmony in court or whatever. Diane was unfazed by it because she said, "Listen, you can trash Harmony all you want to. Harmony's not Willow's biological mother, so it really don't matter." And she was like, "If you trash Harmony in court, shit, we could trash Nell in court. We could use that to our advantage. Plus, they can use, Nell's murderous tendencies and her mental health and all that stuff to their advantage, and they can use Nina's to their advantage. So either way, it's going to be a war in that courtroom. It's going to be a battle, and Nina's ready for it. She was like, "Listen, I will do whatever I got to do," because Nina told Scott pretty much that she want dirt on Willow or whatever. My whole thing is, what dirt is you going to find on this girl? The only thing that you can use is that she was a part of a cult. That's the only dirt that you're going to find on her. There's really nothing there. So she'll be barking up the wrong tree. I just feel like a war, as much as I'm looking forward to this court battle, I feel like they all keep talking about what's in the best interest of Wiley, but in my opinion, if they really cared about what was in his best interest, they would not be going to court. They would settle this out of court, find some type of common ground if they really cared about the boy. If they really cared about his best interest. I honestly feel like the adults in Wiley's life don't really care about his interests as much as they claim they do. I feel like this is all about petty vengeance. This is all about them being petty and their grievances. That's all it is. Because if you really cared, you would sit down and mediate this by yourself. You wouldn't involve a judge. You wouldn't involve a jury. You'll go to mediation. You'll settle this with the attorneys. Y'all get y'all lawyers together. Y'all will hammer out a schedule and figure it out. But the fact that none of them are doing that tells me that this is all about them being petty and their own personal grudges against each other. In my personal opinion, that's what I feel that this is. But I'm here for it because I feel like this court battle is going to be messy as all hell. So even Valentine was speaking up, when he bumped into Carly and stuff. He was trying to tell Carly to drop this situation or whatever. Carly was not having it because she felt like she's sick and tired of people defending Nina. In my opinion, I feel like it's not them or Valentine really trying to defend Nina. I mean, one can see it that way. I feel like I agree with Valentine that going to court is not in the best interest of anybody, least of all Wiley, because secrets get to come out. things that you don't want the general public to know will come out. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be a lot of mudslinging. Do you really want that going public? I mean, you really got to think about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of y'all business is going to be on front page news. You really want that kind of scrutiny? I wouldn't. I'm just saying. Like, my business is my business. I wouldn't want it plastered all over the media. Like, that's just the hell to the no. Absolutely not. So anyway, moving on from that, Willow was just completely in denial at first when Dante was telling her that she needed to take a DNA test and stuff like that, because Willow, she refused to believe that Harmony is not her mother, because then that would mean her whole childhood was a damn lie, her whole life. But they were insistent. They were like, listen, this is what we know. Carly even told her. She said, that's what your mother, that's what Harmony was telling me. Plus, there was no birth certificate. You know what I'm saying? She couldn't produce a birth certificate. She had to forge one. So Willow finally came around to it and was like, I guess it's true. Like, she wasn't my mother. And she asked Carly point blank, did Harmony tell you anything else? Carly did not tell her everything about the fact that Nina is her mother or could be her mother. Like, she didn't tell her nothing. And I understand where some people are coming from with the whole logic of, well, it's not Carly's secret to tell. I get that, but you have to look at it from another point of view. That when the truth does come out and they find out that Carly knew and did not say anything, Nina's going to take this as, okay, you kept another child from me. She's just going to play the victim card and try to paint Carly as the victim. And you already know everybody else is going to be pissed. Willow's going to be pissed. Michael's going to be pissed. Why put yourself in that position when you could have just told her everything and just let her figure the rest of this out on her own? That way, your hands are clean in this. Nobody could throw mud at you. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like Carly's throwing herself under the bus at this point by not telling that girl the truth, because it's going to backfire in her face. It's going to make Nina look more sympathetic to people in town. So do you really want to do that? I'm just saying. That's why I say it's best for her to just tell the girl the truth, instead of keeping that information to herself. And like I said yesterday, just keep it to her, just tell Willow the truth and let Willow hire a PI or somebody, DNA test, do whatever she got to do to prove it and figure out the next steps to investigate if all of this is true. You know what I'm saying? Let her figure that out. Dante ended up talking to Jordan about it, and Jordan was telling Dante to investigate this and figure out who Willow's biological mother is. Why? This is not a PCPD issue. This is now a personal issue. Why is the PCPD wasting resources on trying to find somebody's biological mother? That's for a private investigator to do, not for a police department to do. I could see if it was a child, then maybe. This is a grown-ass woman. Why are y'all wasting y'all resources on this? She needs to hire a PI to do that, not you. You're not supposed to use public funds for this because y'all using y'all resources on this. Like, no. This is not a case for you. Like, Jordan is she acting simple. Like, this is not y'all problem. So anyway, speaking of Jordan, she was getting on my nerves with Curtis a little bit because Curtis was looking for TJ. And Jordan sitting there talking about, why do you need to see my son? None of your business. What do you mean why he need to see your son? Your son is his nephew. What are you talking about? He got a right to see his son without you knowing why. It's none of your concern. I'm glad she figured that out real quick. Like, oh yeah, that's none of my business, because it's not. TJ's a grown man. Calm down. It's not your business, sweets. Don't you have a department to go run and ruin at the same time? It's none of your business. So of course she was trying to figure out how he got that file, Marshall or whatever, trying to find out if it was worth, doing what he had to do to get that. Well, at the time, he felt like it was worth it, so he got to deal with that. But I'm glad Jordan finally admitted to him that she still love him and care about him. Like, start admitting your feelings. Ain't no sense in, lying about how you feel about the man. But, it was Curtis' decision to file for divorce, so I guess. So anyway, him and TJ had a conversation and stuff, and he was telling TJ how Marshall's the reason, Curtis is the reason Marshall left and whatnot. In my opinion, Marshall is the reason Marshall left. All he had to do was be honest, and he chose not to be honest, so that's on him. Curtis shouldn't feel guilty, in my honest opinion. Curtis should definitely not feel guilty, because Lord knows I wouldn't. I wouldn't feel guilty about a damn thing. It was his decision to leave, so let him go. Um, yeah, Curtis, he did everything he could. You know what I mean? As far as Marshall was concerned, it's like at the end of the day, I got a feeling Marshall probably gonna pop back up at some point, though. I'm pretty sure he will. That's Marshall's way. That's what Marshall does. He just pops up. That man, and that's the funny part about Marshall. He'll pop up, but he don't want to tell nobody the truth about nothing. Um, Hold on one second. I gotta look at my notes, make sure I covered everything before I close this video out, because I don't want to forget to talk about something. Oh yeah, Valentine. That's what I meant to mention. He was calling Martin to see if the possibility of his days being CEO of ELQ are numbered. In my opinion, like I said before, Valentine shouldn't worry too much about being ousted as CEO, because Michael and Drew can't do a merger without everybody's vote. They need people. They need the majority on their side for this merger. So if they don't have it, it ain't going down. Um, it's not going down if they don't have the vote. So if I was him, I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it if I was Valentine. Like, if they don't have the votes, I wouldn't sweat it. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I think the merger is stupid. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole episode today. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. I'm curious though, who they're gonna try to pair Dex up with. Listen, I'm all for these new characters, because some of these new characters are intriguing to me. Um, but yeah, hit the comments. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and I will see you all. I'm gonna try to pick this up so you can kind of see the room. Just wanted to show you guys the room really quickly. It's a nice room. I like it. Got my little fridge back there, my microwave. I like this room. Um, but yeah, hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought about this episode. I will see you all Monday. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you all have a great weekend. I will see you all later. Peace.